The author of The Compound Effect says, "What if 1% better every day made you 37 times stronger in a year?" So what if you could make small improvements every single day that had a huge impact in your results over the long run? That's exactly what we're going to be talking about in today's video. And at the end, I have a 3-day challenge that will help you start seeing these compounding effects in your own life. Darren Hardy reveals that big victories come from tiny, consistent steps. Let's explore how the compound effect works. In the next 10 minutes, you'll learn how small choices, habits, and routines compound to create life-changing outcomes without overwhelming effort. Every choice you make is a vote for the type of person you want to become. By making consistent, intentional choices, no matter how small, you can build momentum towards your goals without feeling overwhelmed. It's like being on a treadmill, walking at a steady pace. You might not feel like you're moving fast, but over time, you'll cover a lot of ground. And that's where this idea of the compound effect comes in. Here are the 3 key principles from the book and how they apply to everyday life. First, start with consistency. Take a writer who wants to finish a book. They might commit to writing just 300 words every day, not every week or every month, but every day. Even if some days they only manage a few hundred words, they stick to their daily word count without fail. By the end of the year, they've completed a best-selling book. Pick one thing you want to improve and commit to doing something positive every single day related to that goal. For example, if you want to get in shape, commit to exercising for 10 minutes a day. If you want to build wealth, commit to saving a small amount of money each day. If you want to grow in your career, commit to learning something new related to your work every day. So how do you do this? Well, first, you need to identify the area of your life that you want to improve. This could be anything from your physical health to your mental well-being to your finances or career. Next, set a small, achievable goal for yourself. Aim for something that you can do consistently every single day. For example, you could decide to meditate for 5 minutes a day or read 2 pages of a self-improvement book. Then track your progress relentlessly. Make sure to log your daily progress and hold yourself accountable. Celebrate your wins and learn from any setbacks. Remember, consistency is key. So your turn. Pick one micro-habit that you can commit to every day and log it, starting tomorrow. Second, use the momentum mechanics. Imagine waking up early every day and going for a 30-minute jog. At first, it feels tough, but over time, you start enjoying the feeling of accomplishment and the positive impact it has on your mood and energy levels. One day, you decide to treat yourself to a pastry after a run because you deserve it. However, instead of continuing your routine, you find yourself skipping the next day's workout because you feel guilty about eating the pastry. But then you think to yourself, well, I already ruined today, so why bother working out? You continue to skip workouts, and eventually your healthy routine becomes irregular and you fall back into old habits. The principle is to capitalize on small wins. Small wins fuel transformative changes by leveraging tiny advantages into patterns that convince people that bigger achievements are within reach. Instead of allowing yourself to be sidelined by minor setbacks, learn to press forward by capitalizing on small wins. The story illustrates how important it is to celebrate small wins and maintain momentum. Skipping even one day can disrupt your entire routine. So how do you do this? Find an easy win to start your day. For example, getting out of bed on time, making your bed, or drinking a glass of water. Then move on to a more challenging task like exercise or tackling a project at work. Your turn. List your first win for tomorrow morning. Write it down now. Third, compound your choices. A young woman named Maria was concerned about her health. She was inactive, ate sugary drinks and snacks regularly, and didn't prioritize fruits and vegetables. After visiting her doctor and getting a checkup, Maria was shocked to hear that her cholesterol and blood pressure were high. Her doctor suggested that she make some lifestyle changes, but he didn't give her any specific advice. Feeling a bit overwhelmed, Maria decided to start by cutting out just 1 sugary drink per day. At first it was tough, but she was determined to improve her health and make positive changes. By avoiding just 1 sugary drink a day, Maria managed to reduce her sugar intake and free up some calories for healthier options. Over the course of a year, Maria managed to avoid approximately 365 sugary drinks, reducing her sugar consumption by nearly 1,800 teaspoons. Not only did this help her lose weight, but it also reduced her risk of developing serious health conditions. Additionally, she started eating healthier foods and incorporating regular exercise into her routine. By making small, sustainable changes and sticking to them over time, she transformed her health and well-being. The principle is to audit your life and eliminate the small things that are draining your progress. These could be bad habits like smoking or binge-watching TV or mindless scrolling through social media. Once you've identified these habits, replace them with positive actions. For example, if you want to spend less time on social media, decide to pick up a new hobby or skill instead. If you want to eat healthier, replace junk food with nutritious meals. Your turn. Choose a habit to drop in its replacement. Plan it now. Okay, so we've covered the three main principles of the compound effect. Let's take a moment to recap and reflect on how we can apply them to our lives. The first principle, start with consistency. Choose one small thing that you want to improve every single day and commit to it. Track your progress and hold yourself accountable. The second principle is momentum mechanics. Capitalize on small wins and use them as stepping stones to achieve bigger goals. Don't let small setbacks derail your progress. The third principle, compound your choices. Audit your life and eliminate the small things that are draining your progress. Place them with positive actions. Now let us talk about why these principles are so important and how they can help you achieve your goals. When you compound your success, you are essentially creating a snowball effect. You start with a small ball of snow, which represents your initial efforts. As you roll it over time, it gathers more snow and gets bigger and bigger, just like your results. This is because when you do something consistently over time, you start to see exponential growth. For example, let's say you want to save money and become financially successful. You could start by setting a goal to save just $10 a week. While $10 may not seem like much, if you consistently save it every single week for a year, you'll end up with $520. That is a pretty decent chunk of change to start investing or saving for a down payment on a car or house. Another great benefit of compounding success is that it makes it easier to stick to your goals. When you break down a large goal into smaller, manageable chunks and celebrate your wins along the way, you're more likely to stay motivated and on track. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by a huge to-do list, you can focus on celebrating the small wins and building momentum. There are many ways to keep yourself accountable when trying to achieve success. One way is to use a journal or planner to track your progress. By writing down your goals and tracking your progress, you are more likely to stay focused and motivated. Another way is to find a friend or family member who can support and encourage you along the way. Having someone to share your progress with and ask for help from can make a big difference. You can also use apps or online tools to track your progress and stay accountable. There are many different options available, so find what works best for you and your goals. Finally, remember to be patient with yourself. Compounding success takes time and consistency. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. Just keep track of your progress and stay focused on your goals. Now I want to share with you a 3-day compound challenge inspired by the book. Day 1. Start your micro habit and log it. Day 2. Celebrate your tiny win. Day 3. Eliminate one negative choice and replace it with a positive action. Log it and repeat this cycle every day. To get the most out of this challenge, it's important to choose a specific time and place to start your micro habit. For example, you might decide to start your exercise routine right after breakfast in the living room. This will help you develop a consistent routine that's easy to stick to. When you finish your micro habit, take a moment to acknowledge your success and reward yourself with a small treat like a piece of candy or a cup of coffee. This will help you stay motivated and make the routine feel like a positive experience. On the last day of the challenge, take stock of your progress and identify any negative choices that are holding you back. These could be things like checking your email too often or spending too much time on social media. Replace these negative choices with positive ones like reading or taking a walk. As you go through this challenge, it's important to be patient with yourself and celebrate your successes along the way. Remember that small changes can make a big difference over time, and that consistency is key to making those changes stick. Before we go, I have a question for you. What will you do starting today to compound your success? Please comment below. Thanks for watching, and remember to hit subscribe and join the I Want to Change community. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.